From the book of St. Matthew, chapter read, very well read passage, one that even school children could tell you, that the Lord spoke to the wind and to the waves, and they obeyed his voice. When you eat old school, when you have, I will say syrup and biscuit, but when you have syrup and light bread, and you fold the bread, and then you wipe the plate, and then when you can't get it all, you turn the plate sideways. Amen. You think you got it all then, praise the Lord. Amen. And I thought I had eaten it all from this particular passage, but amen, it keeps on coming. Amen. And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. Disciples came unto him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And when he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the sea, and there was a great calm. But when the men marveled and said, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? The last part, we're talking on the subject today, the power of his word. Say that with me, the power of his word. His word, the power of his word. His word, his word. It's the Bible is a very, very graphic book. It's designed to meet the needs of God's people. Therefore, he have illustrated situations where man have been placed in certain circumstances, and the Lord has shown his power in that situation. I thank God for the fact that the Bible would be real. Unlike some of us, we are not really real. We're not really real, because what happens is we can be going through something. We can be dealing with something and nobody, and then you ask us and we'll tell you everything is all right. All right. And so when you began to look at what the Bible illustrates when people have trouble, I'm thankful that in every story in our Bible, the Lord illustrates to us how you can be a believer, you can be a trustor in God and still have trouble. I can receive his instruction while tears in my eyes. That means that greater is he that within me as in this world. So I don't care what I'm going through, if I know that my God speaks to me in the middle of the storm. Wait a minute. So that means if you got trouble in your life right now, and that trouble thing's still there, you've been praying, baby, only getting the word from Jesus. While you keep getting his word, keep eating, keep reading, keep studying, because while you're in the middle of that struggle, he's talking to you. Hear these men now. They looking at him. They called him to stop the storm. He rebuking them. Wait a minute. Done poured my word into you. Blessing you every day. Waking you up in the morning. Feeding you. Clothes on your back. Roof over your head. Health and strength. And you mean to tell me because a little storm done rose up in your life, you go to crying and like I can't do it? I step right in the storm with you and straighten you out first before I even stop the storm. I want you to be able to be my believer, my truster while the storm is raging. I don't need nobody who gonna trust me when the sun just shining. I need somebody who gonna give me some glory when everything around them seems to be going down. I need somebody who gonna praise me anyhow. Good God Almighty. Now I see what Matthew meant. Matthew says he strengthens me in the middle of my storm. He strengthens. He gives my food in the presence of my enemy. He gives me what I need. Wait a minute. That means if he can speak to me while trouble's everywhere, good God Almighty. Good God. Now get your book. Get your book now. He says to them, it starts out saying, oh, he said unto them, why are ye so fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose. Wait a minute. You don't guess he still was sitting down, do you? You don't guess the master teacher. Good God Almighty. You don't guess when Jesus was laying there and they woke up and he just sat up. Good God Almighty. Well, the book tells me whenever he began to read his word, he gave the book to the attendant, then he sat down. He sat down and began to expound upon that word. So I believe that Jesus was still sitting there saying, now didn't I tell you that I am the way, the truth, and didn't I tell you that I'm all you need? Why are you sitting there fearful? I wonder how many times the Lord has to deal with us about buckling in too soon, crying too soon. You got to have a little tolerance. You got to be able to have a little tolerance for pain sometimes. You got to be able to go through a little something before you start crying and crying out to the Lord. So God, as you're not no wimp to always cry